What's up, everybody? This video, I was turning my head because I was looking at the time to see if it started recording. This video is my NXT TakeOver Respect predictions video for this Wednesday night on the WWE Network. Is NXT TakeOver Respect. If you don't know that by now, you're probably living under a rock, or you're not a wrestling fan, or you're not a fan of NXT and you don't follow NXT, and maybe you don't have the network, so you don't know that NXT TakeOver Respect, the next live special from NXT, is this Wednesday night. 3 nights away. We got Monday night, or Sunday night is basically over. So we got Monday night, Tuesday, and then Wednesday. So we're about probably less than 72 hours away from NXT TakeOver Respect, and I'm excited about it. As a wrestling fan, NXT is definitely has my interest and gets me more excited for these shows than Raw and SmackDown and even WWE pay-per-views. I'm more excited about NXT TakeOver nowadays than I am about WWE on pay-per-view on the network. I think the NXT live specials are done better than basically most of the WWE pay-per-views that have gone on every month for the entire year, except Royal Rumble was not very good because it was decent. It was a good triple threat world title match, and I didn't like Roman Reigns winning the Rumble. I didn't like that at all. I'm not a fan of Roman's, but I respect him, and I'm sure he'll be a future world champion. Royal Rumble is pretty good, and WrestleMania was very good. WrestleMania 31, I'm talking about, was very good. But that's the only WWE shows that have really delivered. In Raw Brooklyn, or SummerSlam, I also really enjoyed SummerSlam 2015. Taker Brock was pretty good, and whatever other matches took place were pretty good. So SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble were very good shows put on by the WWE. But the rest of the pay-per-views were not very good. But the NXT specials, they always deliver. They always deliver and put on a great show. And that's probably thanks to Triple H. He's running NXT, he's running the show, he's booking it, he's producing it, he's directing it. I don't know if he's directing it, but I just said that. He has his headphones on, probably tells the announcers what to say. He's basically running the show. And Triple H is running NXT the way it should be run. He's running it the right way, and I really enjoy NXT as a product. It's a great product. It's got my interest, and it makes me excited to be a wrestling fan again. I can't say the same about WWE and the main roster because it doesn't get me excited really anymore, unless it's a SummerSlam or Survivor Series or Rumble or WrestleMania pay-per-view. That's really the only time I get excited about WWE and watching it. So now I'm going to get on, finally, to my NXT TakeOver Respect predictions. This match could be up first, or it could be the second match. Anyways, Asuka, the new diva that they signed, she's from Japan. I think she's from Japan. Anyway, she's a great talent, great wrestler, great women's wrestler. I'm glad Triple H signed her, or whoever saw her and decided to sign her. Could have been Regal that saw her and scouts talent. Could have been Prince Albert. He could have saw her in Japan and told Triple H you should sign her. Or Triple H could have saw her, or somebody else that told Triple H about her. that saw her wrestling in Japan. So I'm glad they signed her. She's a hell of a talent. She is really, really good in the ring. And she will fit in very well in the NXT women's division. I'm not going to call it a divas division because it's not. It's a women's division. Except for Eva Marie. She's god-awful, and she makes it look like not a women's division when she's in the ring. She's a disgrace to all the women wrestlers in NXT. Eva Marie is a disgrace and should retire and give it up. Anyways, on to what I think will be the first match, or it could be. As I said, Asuka. This is her NXT TakeOver debut and her NXT wrestling debut. Asuka taking on Dana Brooke. I'm sure Dana Brooke will be with Emma. Emma will probably be by her side and come out with her. And I think this opens up the show to start it off. Obviously, Asuka is going to win. It's her debut. And you would have to be stupid as hell to think that Dana Brooke is going to win over her. It's not going to happen. And Asuka's going to win and probably destroy her and beat her under 5 minutes. I don't think it'll even go 10 minutes. It really shouldn't. Asuka should go over to look strong and basically to just destroy her. And to look like a killer, Asuka is going to kill Dana Brooke, I think, and teach her a wrestling lesson of her lifetime. I don't really got a problem with Dana Brooke. She's for damn sure she is better in the ring than Eva Marie, and I don't think Dana Brooke would injure somebody like Eva Marie injured Carmella on Friday night at an NXT house show. I don't remember where they were. I don't remember where NXT was Friday night, but they had a house show. And Carmella was injured by Eva Marie. Eva Marie kicked her in her head, I think, or kneed her in her head. And obviously, she is an idiot. And she injured Carmella because she doesn't know how to wrestle and work the safe way. So she kicked her in her head for real. Gave Carmella, maybe it was by accident. I'm sure it was by accident because Eva Marie doesn't know how to wrestle and doesn't know how to keep her opponent safe so they don't get injured. She doesn't know how to do that because she can't even pick up wrestling. She's an idiot. And she shouldn't be in the ring any longer. And hopefully, from Eva Marie injuring Carmella, hopefully the WWE and NXT take her off the road. Take her off the road and send her to get more training. I wish they would send her and give her her pink slip and send her away forever. But I doubt Eva Marie will get fired for what happened to Carmella. I'm sure it was an accident, but it still pisses me the hell off because I'm a fan of Carmella. She's not a great wrestler, but she's learning and she's decent. She's way better than Eva Marie. At least Carmella is picking up wrestling and picking up the business and how to sell and how to do moves the safe way to not injure people. Carmella has never injured anybody, even though she's very new to wrestling. So anyways, Carmella, very sad she was injured by Eva Marie. It was tragic. It's disgusting that WWE will not give up on Eva Marie and just give up on her and keep her with the company, but don't have her wrestle. She doesn't need to wrestle. She's not a wrestler. She's never going to become a good wrestler. She's never going to pick it up ever and become a great women's wrestler. It's not going to happen. WWE, Eva Marie, I say it all the time on Twitter, Eva Marie is god fucking awful in the ring. And please, please retire Eva Marie because you fucking blow. You suck. You are god awful. And I hope you feel bad really bad for injuring Carmella, because you deserve to feel bad. So Eva Marie is god awful, and my point is, I don't like Dana Brooke. I'm not a fan of hers, but she's better in the ring than Eva Marie. So Dana Brooke at least is learning the business and picking it up a little and not hurting people. And at least Dana Brooke, when she's in the ring, at least she doesn't look fucking lost, like she's on a different planet. So Dana Brooke loses. I'm going with Asuka. Obviously, Asuka's going to win. And if she doesn't, that will be a fucking shame and bad booking. Up next could be the first match or the second match. Apollo Crews versus Tyler Breeze. This will be a good match. Both guys are great talents, and they can do a lot in there. They can do basically just about anything in there. They're hell of a great. What the hell am I trying to say? All I'm trying to say is Tyler and Apollo are great fucking talents and great wrestlers. Great, and they're young. Tyler Breeze, I'm going with Tyler Breeze over Apollo. Up next is the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. I believe semifinals matches. They're going to have 2 semifinal tag team matches, and then after the semifinals, they're going to have and put on the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. The winner of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic will get presented, I believe, with a trophy, and Dusty's son, Dustin Rhodes, and Cody will be in the house, I believe, to present the trophy to the winners of the Dusty Rhodes first ever Tag Team Classic. That will be great to see Dusty and Dustin. Not Dusty, Cody. Dusty passed away sadly, tragically. It sucks that Dusty is gone. I'm still not over it. I meant to say Dustin and Cody will be in the house, and it will be good to see them on NXT TakeOver Respect, and it'll be good to see them present the trophy to the winning tag team. First semifinals match is Samoa Joe and Finn Balor. Finn Balor is the NXT champion, but he's not defending it on this TakeOver. Respect. Finn Balor teaming up with Samoa Joe. They've been a damn good tag team in this Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. They've been damn good, and they have worked really well together, and I've enjoyed watching them. I predict Joe and Finn Balor will win and defeat Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, another great tag team. I enjoy watching them work as a tag team. NXT has at least 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 3 or 4 really good tag teams that I enjoy. So Joe and Finn Balor, I believe, will win and go on to the finals. The next Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic match is Rhino with his tag team partner Baron Corbin against Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. Their team name, I don't know if the announcer will announce them as this, but Chad Gable likes to say it all the time: Ready, Willing, and Gable. I love this team. I think they're great. They're entertaining as hell, and they can both wrestle. They're great wrestlers, are Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. They're great wrestlers. Chad Gable is in the Olympics, I believe, for wrestling. So he's a hell of a talent. I've seen him on NXT, and the guy looks damn good. He has picked up pro wrestling very well, very fast from amateur wrestling. So I do like Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. I like them in this tag team tournament, Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic match. I like Chad Gable and Jason Jordan to defeat Rhino and Baron Corbin. So they go on to the finals. You're going to have, I believe, I'll probably be wrong, but I'm predicting it'll be Chad Gable and Jason Jordan against Samoa Joe and Finn Balor in the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. And I predict that Chad Gable and Jason Jordan will win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. They should win it. And I've heard a lot of rumors, or I've heard from people on Twitter that they think Samoa Joe is going to turn. Or friends of mine, I've heard them say Samoa Joe they think is going to turn on Finn Balor and basically screw him so they lose in the Tag Team Classic. So they're going to lose. And then Joe is going to go after Finn Balor, start a feud with him, and go after the NXT Championship. That very well could happen. But I don't really see Samoa Joe turning on Finn Balor. I would rather not see Joe turn on Finn and them just work together and put on a great tag team finals match with Chad Gable and Jason Jordan and have nobody turning on nobody, because I don't really want to see it. Or Joe would probably be a great heel going after Finn Balor in the NXT title, and that should happen, but Joe doesn't have to turn on Finn at Respect. I don't think he has to. So, as I said, Chad Gable, Jason Jordan, somehow, some way, I think they're going to win in the finals and win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. I'll probably be wrong, but whatever, who cares? That's my prediction. Chad Gable and Jason Jordan will win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, the first ever Tag Team Classic. Tribute to Dusty Rhodes. And he did a lot of good for NXT and a lot of good for the young NXT superstars and divas. Dusty did a lot for them, taught them a lot. I mean, he was a great teacher to them. He was a mentor to a lot of them. They loved him. I loved Dusty. I never met him, but as a wrestling fan, I loved and respected Dusty Rhodes. So, the finals. I said who I think's going to win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. I talked about Apollo and Tyler Breeze and Oksana, or Asuka, however you say her name. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, whatever. Against Dana Brooke. Now I'm going to talk about the main event. History will be made, people. And I'm very, very happy, very excited to see this match be the main event of NXT TakeOver, because they deserve it. Bayley and Sasha, these two women absolutely deserve to be in the main event of NXT TakeOver, because at Brooklyn, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, Sasha and Bayley stole the fucking show and they tore the house down and the arena exploded and blew the roof off the Barclays Center, whatever the name of the arena is. So Bayley and Sasha, in my opinion, they stole the show so much at TakeOver Brooklyn that Triple H said we gotta have a rematch between Sasha and Bayley and let's make it a 30-minute Iron Man match. Well, I think it's kind of stupid they were calling it Iron Man because there's two women competing in it. So it should just be called Iron Woman. Anyways, I'm very happy that they're in the main event and they're wrestling in a 30-minute Iron Man match because, as I said, they deserve it. And I'm a big fan of women's wrestling. I'm a supporter of women's wrestling. I really enjoy it when two women like Sasha and Bayley can really work and put on a great match and have a match that was better than a lot of the guys' matches on NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Sasha and Bayley, as I said, they stole the fucking show away from every other match, in my opinion. It was great. I've watched it at least 4 times already. So it was fucking awesome. Everything they did at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn was awesome and epic. And it was a hell of a women's match. It was a women's match of the year so far. This Iron Women's match, I think, will be better than Brooklyn. It is definitely going to be the women's match of the year, whatever you want to call it, women's match, divas match. It's going to be the divas / women's match of the year in the WWE. It's going to blow any Divas match that they've had on the main roster the entire year. It's going to blow that out of the fucking water. It's going to destroy it. Because Bayley and Sasha are that good. They're that talented. And I can't wait. I cannot wait, people. I cannot wait to watch Bayley and Sasha go at it for 30 minutes in an Iron Women's match for the NXT Women's Championship. A title that in NXT actually means something, and that the fans actually care about the NXT Women's Championship, unlike the Divas title. But Charlotte has it now, so God bless her, and I hope she does great things and brings the Divas title back up to the top of the card, or at least tries to, and succeeds. I hope Charlotte is a great Divas champion and gets the respect on the main roster that she deserves. She deserves to main event a SmackDown or a Raw. She deserves it just like Bayley and Sasha deserve to main event NXT TakeOver respect. Charlotte also deserves to main event a show on the main roster, in my opinion, because Charlotte is that damn good also. And Becky Lynch is also very good. So Becky, Charlotte, Sasha, Bayley are four of the best. Oh, what do you know? Look at that symbol. They're four of the best women's wrestlers in the business today, in my opinion. Now my prediction for the 30-minute Iron Women's match for the NXT Women's Championship, my prediction is Bayley will win and retain the NXT Women's title. I think this will go down to the absolute wire. It will go down to probably 10 seconds left. I think it'll be tied, like 1-1 or 2-2, whatever. 2 falls apiece is a bit too much, because that means there'd be 4 falls in 30 minutes. That's a bit too much and overdone, in my opinion. So I would like it to be tied up 1-1. Sasha having a pinfall, Bayley having a pinfall over Sasha. Tied up 1-1, 10 seconds left. You could have Bayley hit the belly to Bayley. And then 1, 2, 3 with like 2 seconds left, or 1 second left, or 1, 2, 3, 1 second left, 0 seconds left. The bell rings and Bayley wins and retains the NXT Women's Championship. I think that's a great finish. So I hope they do something like that where it goes down to under 10 seconds and the match is still tied. And if it ends up being tied and the bell rings, I would love WWE to put on a sudden death overtime. Have them do a extra more time. Have them do and put on an overtime period in the Women's Iron Man Championship match. Another thing about this NXT TakeOver Respect on October 7th, this Wednesday, 2015, it's the first ever NXT TakeOver that will be 2.5 hours long. The show is 2.5 hours long. It's not the normal 2-hour show. They made it 2.5 hours probably because the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic matches, they're putting on 3 of them. Those matches could go pretty long, probably 45-50 minutes for all 3. Also, the Iron Women's match, they need 30 plus minutes, including their entrances, so they probably need 35 minutes, 38 minutes for that match. So I'm glad and happy NXT TakeOver Respect is 2.5 hours long this Wednesday on the WWE Network. I will be watching and I will be live tweeting it while I have it on. I will be tweeting the entire show at TNA WWE Guy. My other account, if I decide to live tweet NXT TakeOver Respect from my other account, it is at NXT WWE Guy. Again, my main account that I'll probably be tweeting NXT TakeOver Respect from is at TNA WWE Guy. Now I'm going to go over my predictions real fast one more time. The main event, the Iron Women's match for the NXT Women's Championship. I got Bayley winning over Sasha and retaining. Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic semifinals match. Finn Balor and Joe will defeat Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. Next Tag Team Classic match. Rhino and Baron Corbin will lose to Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. Finals, Joe and Finn Balor will lose to Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. Other matches, Apollo Crews against Tyler Breeze. I got Tyler. Making an NXT TakeOver debut and WWE NXT Wrestling debut, Asuka. If you don't say her name like that, I apologize or whatever. Doesn't really matter. All that matters is she's going to beat the hell out of Dana Brooke. And everybody knows that. And it will be damn entertaining to see. Asuka, I got defeating Dana Brooke. And no Eva Marie on this TakeOver. Thank God. I'm going to give that a clap because I don't want to see Eva Marie on a TakeOver, and she doesn't deserve to be on an NXT TakeOver in the future. She doesn't deserve to be on the next one in December from England. Eva Marie does not deserve to even be on that show. So hopefully Eva Marie and WWE decides that it's finally time to give up on Eva Marie and trying to turn her into a wrestler. She's not a wrestler, and she'll never be a good wrestler. She's just playing a wrestler, and she can't even play a wrestler any good. This was my NXT TakeOver Respect predictions. As I said, I'll be on Twitter Wednesday night, live tweeting the entire NXT TakeOver Respect. Enjoy the show. I know I will for damn sure. So I hope you enjoy it too. Hope you have WWE Network to see NXT TakeOver Respect because it is going to be a fucking epic, awesome show. Hope you enjoy my predictions video for Respect. Bye for now.